Greetings! Our group is representing the country of Japan, the land of the rising sun. We all know that, in general, Japan never fails to amaze us, and that's the main reason why we chose Japan. In this presentation, you'll be able to discover Japan's social customs and ethics. Social customs refer to an accepted, established, or expected pattern of behavior. Social customs guide behavior and can replace the need to make choices. Ethic, in simple words, is defined as good behavior which distinguishes human beings from animals. There are so many websites that introduce us about how amazing Japan is. One of the websites that we have chosen is Quintessential. According to it, Japan has a fascinating and multi-faith culture. On the other hand, it is immersed in the deepest of traditions, dating back thousands of years. And on the other, it is a society in a continual state of rapid change, with constantly shifting trends and fashions and technological development that perpetually test and pushes boundaries. Manners are very important amongst the Japanese. So we're pretty sure that you got some glimpse of how much customs they have. So be prepared to be filled with tons of valuable information.
According to Japan Guide, in Japan, people greet each other by bowing. A bow can ranges from a small nod of the head to a deep bend at the waist. A deeper, longer bow indicates respect, and conversely, a small nod with the head is casual and informal. Bowing with your palms together at chest level is not customary in Japan. If the greeting takes a place on tatami floor, people get on their knees to bow. Bowing is also used to thank, apologize, make a request, or asking someone a favor. At formal meetings, business cards are exchanged during the introductions. At shops and restaurants, customers are typically welcomed by the staff with the greetings "Irashimasu." No response from the customer is required, although a small nod with the head would be good for those who want to respond to the greetings. Ishaku is a bow of about 15 degrees that is used around acquaintance and is a generally polite way of saying thank you or casually greeting someone. Kiare is the next level of bow that is about 30 degrees. This bow is commonly used in business situations, such as greeting potential business partners or customers, or to show respect to someone of higher status. Sakiri is the most formal of these three bows and used with more serious tone. This bow can be used to show respect to someone of very high status, such as the emperor, or to show a strong sense of apology or guilt. Dogeza is only used in extremely serious circumstances, such as when a mistake is made that led to the death of another person. It involves the person who is bowing to get on his hands and knees and place his face to the ground. It is essentially the person showing that he is begging for his life.
Next, the dining. Introduction. Traditional Japanese meals are taken sitting on a reed-like mat called tatami. At formal traditional Japanese dining events, you may be sitting in a seiza position. This can be quite uncomfortable, but for those Japanese who are used to it, they may be able to sit up to 30 to 40 minutes. But if your host or hostess suggests that you get comfortable, just sit cross-legged, that's for males, or your legs stuck to one side for females. But never spread your legs directly out in front of you. It's rude. As for the sitting positions, the middle of the table is the most honored position, and the second most important person seated next. The host sits at the middle of the table on one side, and the honored guest in the middle on the other side, opposite the host. The honored guest sits on the side of the table farthest from the door. See? Amazing, isn't it? Appreciation. Now listen closely. A meal begins once the main guest, family member, or waitress makes a gesture to start eating. This usually comes in the form of gratitude, such as the term itadakimasu, which means I gratefully receive. To finish the meal, one might say gochiso sama deshita, which means thank you for the meal. In Japanese culture, slurping the noodles shows how much you're enjoying the meal. See, that goes to show that you're enjoying the meal. The slurping process also cools down the noodles and enhances the flavors. See, slurping enhances flavors of the noodles, and it also cools them so you can enjoy the meal. As for chopsticks, one must also refrain from eating directly from a communal dish and should not try to hover with their chopstick when deciding on what to eat next. When not in use, place your chopsticks on a hashioki or chopstick stand. As a wise man once said, it's not polite to talk while you're holding your chopsticks, so place them down if you're having a chat. Never point your chopsticks when talking, and never use them to pass food to someone else's chopstick. That is not only disgusting, but is rude. Please stop. Stop. Whatever you're doing, stop.
Japanese society is often concerned with relative status in social relationships. Obviously, higher-ranking employees are considered higher status, but so are guests, those with more experience, and who are simply older. The above diagram shows the proper place for each one to sit, with the entrance at the bottom and the leader of the meeting, or Jicho. As you can see, there are different rules for different room layouts, as well as trains and taxis. But generally, the person with the highest status is next to the meeting leader. If you're conducting business in the colder part of the year, it is advised that you take off your coat and fold it over your arm to avoid you stopping in the lobby to take it off and obstruct people who are walking.